Alright guys, so First Light, man. I mean, I don't know if any of us really love that map or not, but I'm going to make a tip video on it because it is an unusual map in our map rotation for Trials of Osiris. It is moon maps this week, by the way, guys. So Anomaly, Cauldron, and First Light will be on your list when going through Trials. Some people like the fact that we've got rotation in. I think that they're going to do more or less this kind of stuff up until Destiny 2. And so this is not going to be something I think is going to be just for this weekend. I will say that Cauldron and Anomaly are pretty basic, right? They're pretty straightforward for me, at least. If you know the little call-out points for both of those maps, you know, you're going to be just fine. Now, First Light was something I saw was taking people by surprise yesterday, and really it just comes down to weapons, man. Some people were trying to, you know, go in there with like a Hawksaw or Blind Perdition, and I'm not saying that you can't make it work with a Hawksaw or a hand cannon. I'm just saying that you're very much limiting yourself to what you possibly could be working with. Now, let me go ahead and briefly say that sniping on this map is definitely okay. You can definitely snipe it out. I will say that if you're going to snipe, a lot of people yesterday I know were rocking icebreakers for the obvious reasons, but if you're gonna snipe, get off a short gaze for just a minute. I really suggest you get off a short gaze, go with something like a long view, and if you've got something like a range perk on your sniper rifle, go ahead and apply that, like something like a rifle barrel or something. I have a rifle barrel long view scope on my longbow synthesis, and I ended up using that for just a minute, but I actually got off of that because I didn't feel comfortable sniping. I'm more of a pushy player. I like to get angles too much and move around too much, and this is the gameplay you're seeing right here, which is cocytus. Cocytus is by far one of the most underrated scout rifles in this game. Why I don't see more gameplay of it, it just blows my mind. But for this particular map, man, this is its map. Now, the beautiful thing about this gun is you can also apply that third scope. Now, that third scope helps with magnification. If some of you don't know about magnification, that extends that range tremendously, which is why I think cocytus is probably outclassing even things like Jade Rabbit, just simply because of that scope difference, just being able to magnify a little further. And so that's why you're able to see me get shots. Now, some of the shots may not seem that far for you, but I can tell you right now I was trying to use a distant star. And distant star doesn't necessarily have the best of range, but it was lacking, as in I was not connecting with any of my shots. It was just blanking pretty much. And all that it comes down to is after you get past a certain range, man, the gun itself is just not going to be able to reach that area, which is why I'm saying things like pulse rifles and things like hand cannons are not necessarily the best things. Obviously, scouts and snipers are going to be the most dominant. Now, I will say a sidearm is probably going to be needed, though, just in case you do get that crew that will camp out, you know, control point or cap point. Now, cap point is going to be something that a lot of people will go to on this map. They'll sit inside, but be understanding that you have plenty of time to equip a shotgun, grab special ammo, and then move in on cap point. Ideally, if I was to move in on cap point, I would not move in the way that they're already camping it. See, when people are camping cap point, they're not camping on the top floor, right? They're camping like second floor and base floor. And so they're going to sit there in those areas. And so if I was you, if that you do run into that team that is camping cap point, I would go to the third floor and just sit top floor and look down at the control point, at the cap point. All it is just your B point, and you'll be able to pick them off very easily as they try to move out and get that cap. And so just keep that in mind. That'll be a little bit easier than trying to rush in with a guy that's already looking at doorway with a shotty. Guys, this is the scout rifle map. Even some of my more dominant players in Trials of Osiris were struggling yesterday, and all it came down was to weapon choices on this map. If you've got a cocytus, guys, please, I beg you, man, apply that thing. Put it on, use it out, dude. You will see it doing massive amounts of work. It is wholly the reason why I'm making this video right now, because of the amount of work it was doing for me yesterday. Well, guys, good luck with Trials this week, man. I quit doing these videos a long time ago. If we get any surprises such as these, I'll probably do maybe more videos like this. I can only imagine that First Light would only be the only surprise that we get in terms of Trials map. If they throw any other ones in, I'm gonna be pretty mind-blowing on it. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming watching this video. If you enjoyed this, definitely hit that like button. And as always, fellas, I'll catch y'all later. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.